absolutely beautiful. God has given us so many things to enjoy. That includes the change of the seasons. I hope you've had a chance to walk in the snow, to play in the snow, maybe even to throw a snowball at somebody. You never know. Well, this video is designed to give you some practice at home on our preschool songs that we have learned since Christmas time, and a few that are going to be upcoming before too long. Now, it's kind of chilly out here. It's beautiful. I love it. I've been playing in the snow and shoveling snow and doing lots of fun things. But I think I'll go inside to sing. I'll see you in there. Hello, wonderful 3s and 4s from Preschool Chapel Times. Welcome back inside. It's beautiful outside, but it was a little nippy, so actually I have a little fire going here, so I'm gonna warm my hands and that'll help. I know when you come inside from playing out in the snow or when it's cold, you probably warm yourselves up, maybe get hot chocolate with marshmallows maybe. Anyway, this is designed so that you can have a video to make sure that you know the songs that we have learned since Christmas time. We know that we've had our wonderful stories of Jesus' birth and why he came, that he's the greatest gift of all that we learned at Christmas time, as well as some fun songs of the season. And last year, before Christmas time even came, at the beginning of the school year, we had some great stories about Noah, who God said, "Noah?" And he said, "Yes, God." And he built the ark and saved the animals. We learned about Joshua and Caleb, the two good spies that spied out the land and said, "Yes, God, you promised it. We believe you." And we learned again about that same wonderful hero Joshua, who believed and said, "Yes, God," and marched the people around Jericho, those walls, and God did a miracle, and those walls came tumbling down, didn't we? Well, we have learned a lot of other things since Christmas time. And we have learned about people like Moses. God chose Moses to lead his people on a long journey. And he even gave him that stick in his hand. Remember? He had that stick in his hand so that God could do miracles. And Moses held it up by the water, and the people passed through those walls of water. Miracle, something only God can do. Let's sing this song about what happened to the people. Even though they saw God do miracles with Moses, they started to get hot and tired, and they whined. All right, this is our whiny song. You all know it well. Parents, this is their one chance to whine today, all right? They know that. This is their allotment to whine. You ready, kids? The whiny song? Here we go. How much longer till we get there? Everybody would say. How much longer till we get there? Complaining all the way. What do you have in your pockets? We've got sand in every pocket, blisters on our toes. Yikes! How much longer till we get there? Moses, we want to know. Yes, it's a whiny song. The people just didn't believe God. Isn't that sad? We also have learned about some wonderfully brave young men. One of them was named David, and he helped to take care of the sheep, and he was very good at protecting them. God had chosen David to be the king. And he wasn't going to be the king for a while, but God chose him, not because he was the biggest, not because he was the strongest, but because David loved God. And he said, "Yes, God," when God told him to be king. But in the meantime, he heard the people who didn't love God making fun of God. And he said, What are you doing? You can't make fun of my God." And so he went to fight this giant. The giant's name was Goliath. And David only took with him what he took. Every time he would protect his sheep, he had a sling and he picked up some stones. Now we know a song about how this all happened. Only a boy named David. Let's sing that together, shall we? Here we go. Only a boy named David, only a little sling. Only a boy named David, but he could pray and sing. Only a boy named David, only a little brook. Only a boy named David, and 5 5 smooth stones he took. What did he do? 1 little stone went in the sling, and the sling went round and round. 1 little stone went in the sling, and the sling went round and round. Keep it going. And round and round and round and round and round and round and round. What happened? And it hit the giant in the head. What happened then? And the giant came tumbling down. And parents, if your kids are on the floor, that's kind of what happens in chapel too. Because it shows that Goliath did indeed go down. God helped David because David said yes. And David was a good king. He had a heart that loved God. We've also heard about some other young men who loved God, believed God, and even though they were far away from their home, they still loved the one true God. There were 3 friends. Their names are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, we call them, like the VeggieTales, Rack, Shack, and Benny. That's right. Now, the king at that time he didn't love God. He didn't know him. And he had said, everybody in my kingdom must bow down. I'm going to make a giant statue made out of gold, and everyone will bow down to me. And if they don't, I will have them thrown into the fiery furnace. Well, Rack, Shack, and Benny loved God. They didn't want to bow down to a gold statue, did they? You all remember the story. And so, unfortunately, they got thrown into the fire. All 3 of them, they got tied up with ropes and they got thrown into the fire. But how many were in there? Not 3. There were 4 because God was in there with them. And God saved them. And they came out of the fire. God did another miracle because they said, no, 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 no. I am not going to bow down to anyone but God. Another young man did the same thing. We heard about a man named Daniel. And he only prayed to the one true God. Even when they told him, nope, can't do that anymore, can't do that anymore. He said, oh, but I will. And this time, the punishment was to be thrown into the den of lions. And he went into the den of lions. And what did God do? He shut those lions' mouths. Yes, he did. He saved Daniel from the lions. Because he said, no, no, no. I will not bow down to anyone but the Lord. Now, that's a song that we know too. Let's get our sassy fingers up, okay? We have a whiny song and we have a sassy song because we are going to love and bow down to the one true God only. We're going to say, no, no, no. You ready? No, 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 I will not bow down to anyone but the Lord. Do it again. No, 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 I will not bow down to anyone but the Lord. He's the one true God. He cares for me. He's the one true God. He sets me free. No, 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 I will not bow down to anyone but the Lord. I said, no, 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 I will not bow down to anyone but the Lord. Very, very good. And we can do the same thing. Because when we know what God says in the Bible is what? The Bible is God's word to us. That's right. And we can believe it and we can trust it because God keeps his promises. So we can also bow down to only the one true God. Now, I would like to move ahead a little bit. We haven't learned these next couple songs yet, but I want to go ahead and keep them on this video so that you'll have them once we learn the stories about them. We're going to move from the Old Testament of the Bible to the New Testament of the Bible. Now, the Bible, God's word to us, is in 2 sections. The Old Testament, which has all those wonderful people that loved God that we've talked about already. We talked about Moses and Joshua and Caleb. And oh, I forgot to remind you about Jonah, who said no first, but then he was sorry, asked forgiveness. God took care of him by having that giant fish, a whale, swallow him up and throw him up on the beach. And Jonah said yes. But we have all of those wonderful characters, Rack, Shack, Benny, Daniel, all of those characters from the Old Testament, and they help us to learn to love God. We're going to move to the New Testament where we hear about Jesus, how he was born, and about all of the ways that the church got started so that we can learn about him too. Jesus told people that he wanted us to be fishers of men. I know, fishers of men. I guess we're not going to be throwing our lines in the water and catching men. Oh, or are we? We'll hear that story soon. But here's the song to go with it. Jesus says, I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. If you follow me. If you follow me. Jesus says, I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. Very good. We'll hear that story soon, very, very soon. When we say yes to Jesus, when we say, yes, God, we want to do whatever he wants. Wherever he leads me, I am going to follow. So here's another song that we will be learning about very, very soon with a story from the New Testament. Wherever you lead me, I'm going to follow. It goes like this. Wherever you lead me, I'm going to follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Isn't that fun? Let's do it one more time. You ready? Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. That's right. We can trust him because he's good. Now, this is another fun song that talks about how wonderfully we are made. Because every single body part of us, God has just made beautifully. From our toes to our knees, our chest to our head. Sometimes we call our head a nut. I don't know why, but that's what it's called. And toe, knee, chest, nut. And then we have nose, I love you. Now, this is a silly song, but it helps us to remember our body parts, and it's just a fun song about love, all right? We'll be doing this more as we get back to chapel as well. Ready? It goes like this. Now, I'm going to go down. Every time I say a body part, I'm going to touch it, all right? Here we go. Toe, knee, chest, nut, nose, I love you. Tony nose, Tony nose, Tony chest, nut, nose, I love you. That's what Tony knows. And then we sing that again. Tony chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows, Tony knows. Tony chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Sing Tony. Tony, Tony, and his sister Eileen. Then there's Pat, get ready to kneel, who loves Neil. And Neil loves Pat back. That's so silly, but it's so much fun. And we can get faster and faster with that, but we'll learn that here very, very soon. All right, something else, parents and kids, that we have done this year in chapel is we've had a Bible memory verse for every month. Now, I have the January, February, March Bible verses listed on the sheet that is going out with these videos. The lyrics, the words to the songs, and these 3 Bible verses are all on these documents. So you can print them out, you can keep them up on your screen, and then you can help your kids learn. We really want them to get it in their hearts. Some of these songs I learned when I was a kid. Some of the songs I've written for our chapel because we didn't have songs that went along with them. So it's a great time to just learn the word through song as well. But the Bible tells us in this month of love, which is February, here's our Bible verse for this month, February. Kids, you know this. Here we go. It's love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, strength. Okay, you got it. Here we go. Ready? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. Very, very good. Oh, if we love God first, just like our Bible characters did, then that is what puts a smile on God's face. All right, guess what? I miss you. I didn't get to see you this week because of the snow. But I'll see you very, very soon, and we'll have some wonderful times together in chapel. No, I do love you, and I can't wait to see you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.